Hi guys, half a year ago I sold my 2010 Range Rover and now I really regret about this decision. Usually I don't enjoy owning cars for a long time because life is too short and there are quite a lot of cars that I would like to experience as an owner. I believe that owning a car and driving it for several hours or even days is an absolute different experience. And so my 2010 Range Rover of the third generation was sold after owning it for 7 months. I had an offer for selling it for 50% higher price than it was bought, and from the very beginning it looked like a great deal. Really, why not? If you have a good offer and there are a lot of such cars on the market, why not to sell it and not to earn some money? Of course, I spent some money on maintaining it, but still, it was a good profit. However, buying another off-roader instead of my Range Rover that I would like to describe you in future videos, so make sure you subscribe to know the full story, made me really miss my Range Rover. You would probably say, like I told you before, okay, there are a lot of such cars on the market, just find another one and buy it again. However, I faced a big problem of finding a good Range Rover for the reasonable price on the market. Range Rover of the third generation after the third facelift is a really reliable car, and also of course it is absolutely fun to drive. But it is already 15 years old cars with all problems for this age. They are standard for every car. You would have some small issues. And if we talk about Range Rover, nowadays they are really cheap to buy but really expensive to maintain and repair. So the reasonable question of every owner of such cars in good condition nowadays is, why should I sell my good condition car just for nothing? I was researching our small UAE market trying to find a good condition Range Rover with reasonable price for almost 3 months and nothing. I didn't succeed. All cars that were available for, let's say, less than $12,000 was in a really bad technical conditions, had some issues, or they had some history of major accidents. And the previous Range Rover was bought for just $7,500, and the only thing I had to do was repainting the front bumper and just a standard major maintenance. Of course, it's a great car, I love it, and maybe it sounds like a good idea, or at least reasonable idea, to find a car for 15-20k in really almost ideal condition. However, it would be extremely hard to resell this car fast, especially on the small market and for the price that you bought it. And still, all these cars would need some maintenance, and it would be not so easy and so cheap to maintain. So for my case, I need a good condition car for about $10,000, and it's almost impossible to find something on the market right now. So guys, if you have a third generation Range Rover, especially after the third facelift, then never sell it. These cars would be only more expensive through years. Their last generation V8 engines are really reliable, especially compared to older models, and of course it is 100% fun to drive car, and you would never regret about owning it, as far as I see it. Really, I think that you wouldn't find for this price better option for an off-roader of this age if we talk about everyday car. And if you still don't have or never had a Range Rover of third generation, think about it, but please not on the UAE market, at least while I would find one car for myself. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to know the story of my U car bought instead of the Range Rover, and I think it was a real mistake. And also press the like button if you liked this video, and please comment below what do you think, are there any better options on the market than third generation Range Rover? Thank you, see you soon.